Abseiling is an essential skill that we'll return to on mountain crags and sea cliffs, but first we'll look at the basic skills here in a less intimidating environment. I've set this abseil up using a single rope, and I've tied a figure of 8 on a bight and clipped it to 3 anchors that I've equalised. I'm going to abseil on my regular belay device, which I'll thread as normal. And clip to the central loop of my harness, like that. As a safety backup, I'm going to use a self-locking prusik knot. The prusik loop is tied in 5mm cord that's approximately your forearm length. I'm going to attach the prusik loop to the leg loop of my harness with a screw gate. If I get the knot of the loop out of the way by the carabiner and then wrap the prusik loop neatly around the abseil rope about 4 times. And that's a French prusik that'll grab the rope and lock it off if I should let go.
It's crucial that the prusik can't touch the belay device, or else it may not grip the rope when you need it.
I've piled the rope neatly on the ledge and I've coiled some of the rope into my hand like that. I'm now going to throw it down the crag, making sure that there's nobody down below.
If you're unsure about the rope reaching the ground, tie a knot in the end.
I'm ready to go, but before I launch over the edge, I'm going to do some final checks. Check my harness is double back. Check the rope is through the belay device and clipped with a closed screw gate to my harness. Check that the French prusik looks okay, and check that the rope is attached to my anchors. I'm happy with all that, so I can set off. As I set off, I've got one hand above the belay device and one hand below on the rope, sliding the French prusik down. As I feed the rope through, I keep my feet wide, and as I approach the edge, I'm going to start leaning back over the drop, and this is the most gripping and trickiest moment. I'm going to let my body tip right back until my feet come flat against the rock, and then I'm going to start to move them. As soon as the rope touches the edge, the whole process becomes a lot easier. So as I'm going down, I can look over one shoulder to check where I'm heading, and I just go nice and smoothly and slowly without bouncing on the rope. So there's the prusik biting the rope and holding the rope locked off, so you can see how it works. I can have my hands free to do whatever I need to do.